How's it going, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of Crypto Clout. I am your host, FaZe Crypto, and in today's episode, I would like to talk about the potential for DigiByte to see a $1 USD evaluation, possibly a $2, even a $3 USD. In the long term, I think that this is a mathematical certainty as far as looking at blockchain technology, and I think the one thing that really stands in the way of this would, I guess, be regulations and different decisions that would be made in terms of law and in terms of regulation, which could handicap cryptocurrency. And I suppose that looking at those variables, that's sort of the plausible thing that could stand in the way of not only DigiByte but Bitcoin and various different legislative acts and so forth are things that we really do need to pay close attention to, especially while cryptocurrency poses such a physical contest to the existing paradigm structure. But I would say, just looking at the facts, looking at DigiByte's history and the potential of the blockchain, I would say personally I see it as a mathematical certainty of the valuation of DigiByte reaching these all these different heights in the long term over a far enough time frame. We talk about limited supply, we talk about speed, we talk about the competitive nature of the Bitcoin centric space as it currently exists. Currently, Bitcoin at the time of recording this video is 9,307, and I would sort of lend this conviction down to a simple analogy, and that, I guess, boils down to the concept of all these different companies and organizations and countries and so forth, governments across the world will be faced with the basically inevitable looming concept of blockchain technology and the question of adapt or die. And essentially that's what we're going to be witnessing unfolding on a massive, unprecedented scale, in particular while we watch various different businesses who essentially will adapt to blockchain technology and outperform the competition. And in that same vein, there's millions and millions of dollars that will be wasted to create blockchain technologies that are specifically tailored for these different corporations and so forth. But we do have to understand that DigiByte is basically like a super highway that already exists, and all these different applications and so forth can be leveraged, and these businesses could easily utilize the technology that already exists. And I think that it will sort of serve as a vacuum. You could almost imagine cryptocurrency in general to be sort of a black hole, and it sucks up all this energy in an economic sense and in an innovation sense. And of course we will have to watch all these different things very closely in order to see how a lot of these different variables. However, now I do have this article right here. In the short term, Bitcoin price near monster move after weeks of range trading. The price of Bitcoin has seen low volatility throughout the past 6 weeks, hovering in the $9,300 to $9,900 range for most of the time. This has led traders to warn that it is likely to cause a massive price movement in the near term. And of course, where will the big move happen? Well, traders generally foresee two short-term scenarios for the top-ranking digital asset on CoinMarketCap. One is rejection at the 9,200, which will be followed by a fall to the 7,000s, and the other would entail the price holding 9,200, then retracing 10,500 to potentially see the start of a newfound rally. Whichever direction the price heads in the upcoming weeks, analysis anticipate a high volatility, volatile trend for the cryptocurrency market. A technical analysis known as Crypto Brib wrote, considering for 1.5 months already, this is going to be a monster move for BTC soon. I think that that's very interesting, in particular when we look at a lot of these different variables. I think it will be exciting to see what happens with cryptocurrency. So this is an interesting article as well. A cryptocurrency wallet and Bitcoin custodian, Xapo, will no longer deal in credit card payments for digital asset payment purchases, according to an email from the company, as reported by CoinDeck. Xapo will also implement new restrictions on bank transfers depending on a user's location. In the email, email, the company said those who make a transfer will then have their country detected, and the minimum amount will be specified according to CoinDeck. Definitely interesting to see these different moves and these different decisions that are being made by a lot of these different entities. I mean, it will definitely be interesting to see what happens in the cryptocurrency space in the short term. Of course, we did have this news of Coinbase, basically teasing us with 18 new tokens, including DigiByte, which is pretty exciting, and it does sort of it is a small victory to see a headline like that, and it will be exciting just to watch where the rest of the cryptocurrency space continues to develop and follow suit in the greater context of how we can expect to see many of these different variables evolving in accordance with the trends that we're seeing established. And of course, we talk about Digi Assets, Digi ID, and all the different aspects of DigiByte. The amount of time that DigiByte's been around, 6 years of forward-thinking development, DigiByte has become one of the fastest, safest, and longest and most decentralized UTXO blockchains in existence. So I'm definitely excited to see the future, and I think the future does look bright for DigiByte. That $1 price, I don't imagine to be too far out of if you can imagine, if somebody's going to argue for $100,000 Bitcoin, I don't see why there wouldn't be enough room for DigiByte to grow to such lengths. Especially when you consider the points that I've already made in this video and a lot of the other compounding aspects of the space that we've been watching happening in such a short time frame, and you move that over long enough, you use that information whatever way you will. But of course, remember, this video is for entertainment, educational purposes only. I'm not your dad. I'm not your financial advisor. You have to do your own research when it comes to this space. Of course, I think that, you do enough research on DigiByte, it does speak for itself. And, I am very excited, but of course, remember, this video is only my opinion. So you have to do your own due diligence in this space, because you could lose everything, and that's a fair warning for anybody out there. But still, just to use this last half of the video to address the DigiByte community, and of course, all the new subscribers who we have on this channel. It is awesome to see all the people who've come to support the channel, supporting content creators who discuss DigiByte and give DigiByte airtime. Definitely interesting to see how the space has been evolving. And it's, welcome to all the new people who've subscribed and people who are advocates of DigiByte, people who've been here since the beginning, and, people who continue to support, and you could do it just by commenting down below, sharing this video out, just giving a like, not just me, but every DigiByte content creator out there. It does mean a lot as a content creator to have a good foundation and the support of an audience who share the same principles. And I think that especially while we are paying attention, DigiByte community is completely grassroots. In just the same way, we need to use our voice to help the DigiByte community grow. If you got 2 accounts, subscribe on both accounts, get those numbers up there, but definitely, click the ads, definitely does help. I don't think I'm allowed to actually tell people to click ads. Only click them if you're interested in them, but still, but it does help the algorithm, and it does help, it does help the content, in the channel at large. But so all that being said, I think I've covered some, pretty good topics here, and I think the potential for DigiByte to be worth a dollar amount is pretty exciting. I mean, whatever the purchasing power of USD is going to be in the future, you talk about the festering swamp that is fiat currency, in the continual pit, in the printing, all these other aspects that I don't really have time to go into in this video. But rest assured, I've got my eye on, I have my finger on the pulse of the shifting changes in the economic sphere, and I'll continue to bring you guys those updates. The only place you can get them, this channel. And I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. Of course, comment down below and let us know what part of the world you're actually watching from. I know the DigiByte community is vast and far-reaching. It has people all around the world, so it is exciting to see all the different locations that people, regions of the world that you hail from. Yeah, all that being said, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one.